Hmm. All right. Hmm.
Clicked on the wrong window. No! It's okay.
All right.
I forgot to move the mic into position. Oh no! Hold on. Maybe like this. Okay. All right. I fixed my little blunder. It's all good now.
Hmm.
Okay. We're gonna get started. I found out what the problem was, which is, as you all remember, I moved Reen off of the main team. He was the one with the detection quartz. So once I did that, I couldn't see chests on the map anymore, so I completely walked right past one. But it's okay, we fixed it. I saved right there just because there's a hidden quest. There's actually 2 hidden quests, but they're not showing up just yet. So I think I maybe have to do this part. Yeah. But I think I have to go to the castle first. Well, let's do that. Also, an interesting little tidbit is, technically, because I had to reload the save, we haven't reached 100 rushes, but the achievement still stands, or the trophy still stands. So, I'll probably end up doing 2 rushes at some point, but... Oh. Hey, isn't that... Ah. There's no need to be so hasty. At least give my proposal. This thing does not hold on to the microphone. At least give it some thought. Your attendance would add an extra degree of prestige to our gathering. I'm merely the lord of a minor rural region. Surely you overstate the importance of my presence. A man's worth is decided not by himself, but by those he rubs elbows with. And while I'm sure you understand, I'd appreciate it if you didn't do anything to cause any unnecessary conflict. A brave dude to go and not at all subtly threaten the Radiant Blade Master. I'm not sure giving combat training to the Imperial Army is something you ought to be doing either. After all, neither of us want any trouble now, do we? Aye. And with that, I bid you a fond farewell. Oh, and my compliments on the excellent tea. I am honored, Your Grace. Say yep. Excuse us. Bye, guys. My, if it isn't young Laura. And Eustace Alberea, too. It's a pleasure to see you again, Your Grace. I appreciate all you continue to do for my father. They must know him. Yeah, but look at how tense they are. I wasn't expecting him to show up here of all people. That's Duke Cayenne, head of the foremost of the 4 great houses and ruler of the port city of Ordice. His authority extends over the entire province of Le Maire to the west. I'd love to stay and talk a while, but I'm afraid other urgent matters call me away. I'll endeavor to arrange another opportunity for us to meet in the near future. But for now, I bid you farewell. Oh, what have we here? So you're Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, huh? How do you... Oh, just happened to do a little leisure time reading on your class. Not a bad looking bunch. Good, good. I'd completely forgotten that we met them at this point. Enough with the chit chat. His Grace awaits. Excuse us. See ya, kids. Who were those men? They don't look like soldiers from a provincial army, that's for sure. But they did seem to know about our class. I presume they're personal bodyguards hired by Duke Cayenne. Father? You needn't look so concerned. However, it seems like they've finally begun to act. The noble faction has been acting in secret? Indeed, for the past month, they've been quite active behind closed doors. No doubt they're trying to reaffirm their unity, holding conference after conference all over the country. Of course, I'm sure this isn't news to your youngest classmate. Well, yeah. The intelligence division's all on edge, wondering whether or not they're about to start a full-scale conflict with the reformists. Seriously? So that's what they've been up to, scurrying around all this time. But since Duke Cayenne's basically the leader of the noble faction, I sure wasn't expecting him to come all the way here in person. Nor was I. They appear to be planning a large conference in the near future, to be attended by all members of the noble faction. The Duke came all the way out here to insist that I attend. But Father, you're not even a member. Quite right, my lady. Oh, that's Klaus. Quite right, my lady. Your father has long kept his distance from the faction. In the same way, he has also kept space between himself and the reformists, preferring to remain neutral. However, they are convinced that all nobles should belong to the noble faction as a matter of course. I've heard they've been quite forceful about bringing those nobles who didn't support the faction into their ranks. Oh, that was Arson. I'm not paying attention to who's speaking. Would I be correct in assuming that my family is involved in all of this? I'm afraid so. There's been some disagreement over whether Duke Cayenne or Duke Alberea should lead the 4 great houses, but I expected either would bring the same platform to the table. Eustace, If you don't mind my asking, do you happen to know where my family stands on the issue? You need not worry about your family's allegiances. Lord Schwarzer is widely known as an even more obstinate man than I. I can't imagine he'd have any interest in supporting the questionable actions of other nobles. I see. I'm actually a little relieved to hear you say so. Hold on a moment. Perhaps there's a move we can make after all. I'm afraid I'll be leaving Legram again on another of my little trips. I apologize for the suddenness, but please tend to things in my absence. As you wish. As you wish, my lord. Father? Wow, well, that was sudden. I believe in acting swiftly and decisively. I intend to establish contact with all of the nobles who have remained neutral in the ongoing factional conflict, so as to prevent them being taken in by the noble faction's, shall we say, coercive methods. Ah, father. A prudent course of action, I think. In that case, I'd be happy to come with you. Tovo! What are you doing here? Ah, so you're here as well. Wouldn't miss the chance to catch a glimpse of the majestic Duke Cayenne. Did you know he left in a limousine that came all the way from Bereahard? Wait, then it couldn't be. Did it belong to the Albarea family? Well, Rufus Albarea got into it, so yeah, I'd say that's likely. Couldn't ask for a classier escort. That's a power play. That's what that is. That's a flex on Duke Albarea. I know how nobles work. Like, look at me. I'm important enough I can make your son an heir. My bodyguard. And they're off. Oh, and they got a tank. Of course they've got a tank. Why wouldn't they have a tank? Who doesn't have tanks these days? I don't. Can I have a tank? Raise your hands if you want a tank. So Rufus was here. Well, he is the heir of the Albarea family. Considering our visitor was none other than Duke Cayenne, it's not at all surprising that Lufus would pick him up. Lufus. He's here to look into Michael Myers. But I know you didn't just come here to volunteer your company on my trip. Well, it just so happens that these guys here brought me a pretty curious story. We've got confirmation that a mechanical monster appeared on the highways outside Legram. Is that so? I believe this is the first time one's appeared since the counteroffensive Sir Cassius launched 2 years ago. That's right. Come to think of it, that was the first time we met. Was indeed. A strange coincidence. So those of you who know the timeline, boom, clarification. That so this is 2 years after those events where Erebonia tried to take over Liberl, and Liberl's forces, led by Cassius Bright, fought them off. Have any others been found in the area? Nothing so far. This is just a hunch, but I suspect it may have been released as a diversion. I concur. Perhaps having you come with me is the best course of action after all. That sounds like something we should do. All right. That's what I wanted to hear. Father. Sounds like there's a lot more going on here than just factions butting heads. Sorry, I can't say anything for certain just yet. But if we turn up anything concrete, I'll be sure to tell Sarah, and she'll pass it on. All right, here's what I've got for you this afternoon. Okay. A golden catch. Calling all fishermen. Could someone catch me the elusive gold salmon? Find me at the Epico's Inn for more detailed information. I already have one. Does that count if I already have one? When you're finished up for that can't sound good on the mic. I'm sorry. I'd appreciate it if you could head to the guild and file your reports. I left you a note on the counter telling you how to do it. Nothing too difficult. Got it. Leave it to us. Just make sure to lock up before you leave for the night. Someone else should be coming in to take care of things tomorrow. Understood. We'll do our best to take care of the guild in your absence. I wish you well in your studies, and I hope you'll forgive me for leaving so suddenly. Not to worry, Father. I'm used to it. Ooh, that sounded a little salty. Thank you again for your hospitality, and for agreeing to a duel. I look forward to our next meeting. As do I. You show great promise as a swordsman. I hope you'll continue to devote yourself to your studies and training alongside my daughter. I'm honored, sir. Is Viscount Arseed playing matchmaker here? Is that what's... Am I reading too into it? In fact, I hope all of you will look past her uncouth father and continue giving your friendship and support. As a single father, the fact that I've yet to hear any tales of a budding romance concerning my daughter has me worried. Father? It would be our pleasure. She sure does seem popular with the girls, though. Well, that was more smug than anything. She does seem pretty popular with the girls, though. I pray you have a safe journey. And I don't have a voice for guys. Thank you for all you've done for us. Catch you later, then. Give my best to Sarah. Okay. And they're off. Why must he always be so... Honestly, you got one amazing dad. Free-spirited, open-minded, not to mention incredibly strong. Having met him, I can tell how you grew up like you did. Huh? Means right, you know. You're living proof that great parents lead to great children. I suppose having someone like him in your life as a role model would naturally lead to aspire to a greatness. Well, that, or feel woefully inaccurate in comparison and develop an inferiority complex. But all told, you're living proof the daughter of the Arseid House has grown up sound in mind and body. Stop teasing me at once! Moving on, Toval has entrusted us with looking after the guild. We have only half a day remaining, but we still have our duties to fulfill. Look at her trying to change the subject. I am not! One additional quest. More than one. Okay, now over here should be Cindy. Are you Cindy? You are not Cindy. Old Man Bem. Not Cindy. You're Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Hey there, Cindy. What brings you here? Oh, good day. You wouldn't happen to have seen Toval today, would you? I did, but I'm afraid he's currently out of town attending some business. I see. Do you need something from the guild? It's nothing too important. Well, Toval did leave us in charge of the guild for the day. Oh yeah, and we're right here, so just ask us if you need anything. That's right. Helping others is what the guild does, and that's what we're here for. Lady Laura, I can't simply ask you to give up your time for my sake. But if you insist, then I suppose. Stuttering on a command is hard. Have you ever noticed that? There we go, that's better. I happen to be looking for some luminous grass, you see. Oh? I can't recall ever hearing of such a plant before. I assume it's well known here in Legram. That's right, it's a rare flower that grows in the surrounding countryside. It has the unusual trait of blooming only on sunny days, and only when the previous day was foggy. Which is today. Go figure. That certainly is unusual. I guess that'd make today an ideal... Yeah, exactly, Irene. What do you know? The stars aligned. Which, I mean, a little contrived, but whatever. Say it's a hidden side quest. It don't matter. That's correct. That's why I made my way to the guild to ask Total to find some for me, but as you just informed me, he isn't in today. Can't really go out onto the highway on my own because of the monsters, though, so I'm at a loss as to what to do. So, would you be willing to go get some for me instead? Of course I would. Leave it to us. Really? Thank you so much. I have a pretty good idea as to why you might want it, but allow me to ask. I assume you're planning to make a charm, right? That's correct. A charm? In Legram, when someone you hold dear embarks on a long journey, it's a tradition to make a charm for them. Then you give it to that person to take with them, and it's supposed to bring them good luck. Wow, I'd never heard any of traditions like that. It's a custom that stretches all the way back to the Middle Ages. It's said it began when people offered charms to members of the Eisenritter as they left for distant battlefields. Fascinating. So, how is the luminous grass used to make these charms then? Well, the traditional way has you place one of its petals within the charm itself. Because of how the flowers bloom, people believe that it had the power to clear away fog. And because of that, the flower became to symbolize victory over chaos. Wow, that's pretty deep! Yeah, that actually sounds like a really cool charm. Have you ever been given one, Laura? I have, actually. Cindy gave me one right before I left for Thor's. Saria and Chloe gave me one too. Both gave me one too. I keep them in my desk at the academy. When I look at them, it always makes me feel a little closer to home. They're some of my most prized treasures. I'm so pleased to hear you say that. She really does care for Laura, doesn't she? This whole village cares for Laura. I think we can safely assume so. Back to the luminous grass, though. What exactly does it look like? It's the only like literally, if this were like high school rom-com anime world, which it almost kind of is, this Laura would straight up be like the upperclassman who like all of the other students are like you can't touch her, she's too perfect, right? Like they would call her One-sama, like she's that character. They may be rare, but we should be able to find one if we search Ebel Highway. I've heard they're found more frequently at higher elevations. Good to know! Steep cliffs. Well, with that much info, we ought to be able to find one. Let's start the search while we have plenty of daylight. Yeah! Time for flower power! Thank you very much. Good luck. Pop quiz. Who has the most badass flower power in all of fiction? Up high, so we're gonna go this way. Hey, check it out! It's Annabelle! Shall I be the one who catches the most elusive of fish? I wonder if what it tastes like. Oh, I can't wait to find it! Don't I already have a golden... Yeah, gold salmon. I've caught one. Caught two, actually. Can I just give one to him?
A challenging foe. We should engage. A worthy adversary. Right. Shatter!
It's my turn. Arcus, activate.
Very well. Now is our chance.
Gotcha! My turn. Get him! Yeah!
Cross Crusade, wipe him out.
Right. Now. Well then, let's keep moving.
I'll let you take point. I did it!
I forgot to take this off. Put it on Murakumo. we're just gonna see what that looks like. That's all.
It's enormous. Stay on guard.
Getting there. No advantage? Okay.
Right.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Here I go. Get him.
Yeah.
Altair cannon.
Of course. Hey!
Now.
Bomb Selene.
We should be safe now.
Ooh. Okay. Lesson learned. I think that means Eustace has more EP to work. No. I guess Consolina is just that much more hungry of a spell. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. I was like, if I have to go all the way back down. Here it is. Oh my, what pretty flowers. They look so clean and white. Are these luminous grass? They are. You can still see beads of dew clinging to them. The sunlight shining through the droplets made the flowers shine. They're so shiny. Here, allow me. All right, we should take this back to Cindy at once. Let's not waste time. We're running back. All the way. All the way.
A challenging
That was the
foe.
wrong way.
We should engage it with care.
We're going over here. And we're gonna give this to Cindy. Welcome back, Lady Laura. I see you managed to get the luminous grass. That we did. Here you go. Thank you so much. All that's left is to make sure the petals don't wither away. I see you're wasting no time. You have a special man in mind, don't you? I hope he returns your feelings. But please don't misunderstand, Lady Laura. I might be making it for a man, but there's no special meaning or underlying feelings there. I'm just doing this as a way to offer my thanks. Your thanks? Might I ask who it is you're thanking him? What you're thanking him for? You see, Saria and I went out to the highway not long ago, but somehow we ended up quite a distance from the road lamps. And it was just the two of you out there alone? That seems awfully dangerous. It was. As you might imagine, we were beset by monsters. However, one of the disciples of the Arcade School happened to be passing by and saved us from our predicament. He escorted us both back to town, but as soon as we'd returned, he left for the training hall to resume his practice. So in the end, we didn't really have the chance to thank him properly. Sounds like a pretty cool guy. I like how he departed so gallantly at the end, too. She is in the literature club. True, it was very dashing, but still. It did feel terrible not being able to thank him for his selfless deed. Soon after, I learned that the disciple of the Arcade School all one day leave Legrand to return to their homes. So you decide to make a charm for him. Your heart's in the right place, and your intentions are noble. I'm sure a disciple of the school would be more than happy to receive what we call the charm of promised victory. Yes, that's exactly it! Do you understand now, Lady Laura? I'm deeply grateful to him, but you'll forever be the only one in my heart. Yes, I think I understand what you're saying perfectly. Do you really think she has no feelings for him, though? Not even a little bit? A main's heart holds many unknowable secrets. Oh, yes, that reminds me. I've yet to properly thank you for your help, so please take this. A fairy brooch. Did you make this yourself? I did. It's not the same kind of charm, but I put all my heart into making it all the same. I wasn't able to make one for everyone, but I hope it'll come in handy on your journey. Oh, this is pretty cute! Thank you very much. Fairy brooch. I seem to remember that. There it is. Yeah, I remember this thing. Pretty handy. Okay. Now it's time for fishing. Fishing mission. Hello, have you come along to see the request I sent to Tovel? That's right. You're in search of some elusive fish. I am. I feel like I should apologize for asking you guys to help me with a personal request, but you up for it? You are. I can share the details with you all right now. Let's do it. We're gonna go. We're probably gonna go fish with Annabelle or Annabeth, whatever her name is. You're in luck. Our schedule just happens to have an opening. Well, thank you very much. Just like the request mentioned, I want you guys to seek out a certain elusive fish for me. It's a peculiar variety of salmon known as gold salmon. Just like the name says, its body has a golden glow, not unlike the look of Goldia itself. That must be an exquisite fish. Sounds rather garish, honestly, but I'd have to see it to judge for myself. Have you ever seen this fish before, Weber? Unfortunately, all I know are what I've heard from the rumors. Bem, who's usually fishing at the back of the inn, is actually the one who told me about it. Its golden color isn't its only distinctive trait either, he said. He mentioned that its flavor is to die for. I've got two. You want one? Now you got my attention. I'm afraid I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in a taste myself. That's certainly understandable. After hearing so much about it, I wanted nothing more than to try it. I've been bugging Tovel about it for quite a while now. Now it seems like thanks to you, I might finally get a chance to try it. Fishing, huh? I guess bracers even take on jobs like this. This fish is so elusive, what are the chances we could even catch one before the day's end? It does seem to be the most obvious issue. Is it even possible to catch this fish in Lake Ebel? Doesn't seem so, unfortunately. Ben mentioned he did catch several of them here at one point, but he hasn't found one on the end of his line for several decades now. It doesn't exactly inspire confidence. How would we go about catching it then, and where? Well, I've actually received some promising info from Tovel that put me back on the trail. He claims he's seen a golden sparkle in a river along the highway several times now. All the sparkle sightings have been in different locations, though. At least that narrows our search to the river. True. It'll be much easier than trying to search the lake would be. We might be able to find it then. I know it won't be easy, but I'd be pleased as punch if you catch one. Now I think about it, do you have the right tools for the job? Sure do. Brought my rod with me. I'm a fisherman. Good thing Reen's an unofficial member of the Imperial Fishing Club. See what you got here. My word, this is the Lake Lord Company's highest grade fishing rod. The gold salmon is supposedly quite a hefty fish, but catching it should be no issue with this. You must have fishing in your blood if you have a rod this nice. Thanks. He's friends with the heir of the Lake Lord Company. Allow us to make our way then. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I'm so sorry. That shiny golden glow. I can't wait to catch it. This seems to be a good spot to fish, but I wasn't expecting someone to be here already. She seems to be an ordinary civilian, and a noble at that. I'm surprised she strayed this far from town. Should we try talking to her? Yeah, might as well. Excuse me, could we talk to you for a moment? Who are you? Wait, I recognize you. You're that military academy student who saved me in my hour of need several months ago. Yeah, I think we did meet once before. Oh, so you know her. Yeah, we ran into her while we were out in Keldic on our very first field study. Now I remember, one of our tasks involved delivering a lost wallet to its owner. And it just so happened that the wallet belonged to this lady in front of us. I see. I'm very grateful for what you did for me. Sadly, that wallet has become rather lighter since you returned it to me. Why, we ask what brings you out here? Would have thought it was obvious. Trying to catch my dinner, of course. Some may think of fishing as a leisurely hobby, but I would beg to differ. It's proven to be an essential survival skill. It is. I see. I don't remember it being anything like this last time. It's true. So what inspired you to come this far out of town to fish? You could have just sat on the dock in Legram, right? She could have, yes. Legram is conveniently situated right on the shores of Lake Ebel, after all. Surely it wasn't necessary to brave the dangers of the highway to come out just looking for a fish. That's where you're wrong, I'm afraid. A first-class angler needs a first-class spot. Easy fishing on the shores of a peaceful lake just wouldn't satisfy me. What is with this woman? She's certainly a unique individual. Sounds like you're after something special. Indeed I am. I've come looking for the elusive gold salmon. I heard tales of it from a gentleman in Legram by the name of Ben. But he also informed me that it cannot be found in Lake Ebel, which is what led me to this spot. And sure enough, not long ago, I finally got a glimpse of a golden glimmer beneath the water's surface. Sounds a lot like what Toval said he saw, too. This must be the spot, then. I should have known that you would be searching for it, too. Very well, then. Let us compete to see who can catch a gold salmon first. It's not really what I had in mind when we came out here. That aside, we seem to have found our location. True enough. All right, Annabelle, let's get fishing.
Ooh, this looks like a good spot.
Fishing time. Time to turn one, catch a Lake Lord Star. A gold salmon. Sorry. Look at that. First try. We're just gonna reel in the fish. We're just gonna reel it in. Just reel it in. Just reeling it in. There we go.
Now that's a catch.
Impossible. I lost? You caught a gold salmon before me? How could this be happening? Now you're making me kind of feel bad. Still, thank you very much for telling us about the golden glimmer you saw. We might not have thought to fish here if not for your guidance. Fair play is a necessary element in any competition. Think nothing of it. Besides, I simply paid the price for underestimating you. It was my fault that I lost. I thought my experiences over the past several months had strengthened me, but it seems I still have room to improve. And improve I shall, until one day I'm known across the land as the finest angler in all of Erebonia. Well then, I bid you good day. Yeah, more power to you. Odd flex, but okay. Hey there, everyone. Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the legendary gold salmon you have there? Defying all the odds, it actually is. Here you go. Gold salmon gets handed to Weber. It's so beautiful. I really can't thank you enough. It's even more splendid than in Ben's Tall Tales. Now I can see why people liken its appearance to Goldia, too. So, when are you gonna cook it? Really now? I see you're as curious about its taste as I am. Naturally, I have every intention of sharing the taste of this triumphant catch with all of you. As for how to bring out the finest flavor, riverfish tend to be best suited to grilling, so just wait a few minutes while I fire up the grill. Kinda looking forward to this now. And to think, we got some food from one of our morning tasks, too. Feels like we've just been stuffing our faces today. So, with forks held high, they dug in and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. Well Well then, what do you guys think? Are you not gonna have any? You're the one who wanted to try some. Where do I even start? The amount of fat is just perfect. Sublime even. I swear, these are all freaking TikTok and Instagram brats. Like sitting there talking about their food like, the aroma and the way it balances the flavors. Like, it tastes, just tell me it tastes good. I never would have imagined it could taste this exquisite. I'm glad to see my earlier skepticism was wholly unwarranted. It's hard to believe that this was just grilled. I didn't even think that you could get a fish this tasty. I'm glad you like it. Even I was surprised at how delicious it was. Just melts in your mouth. Feel like it's my duty to share it with the rest of the town now. Looks like I'll have to put in another request with Toval. I'm sure he'll gladly accept. Yeah, once he hears about how good it is, he'd have to be crazy to turn down the opportunity. You said it. Honestly though, I want to thank you again for all your help. Unfortunately, all I can offer is stock from the store, but please take it. I wish you all the best with the rest of your field study. Thank you. Speaking of, how am I doing on my recipe book? Tomato Garreton. What am I waiting for? This one? I'm not. Actually, it's Emma's. That's right.
I'll do what I can. I really hope you like it.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recipes left. And then the recipe book shall be completed. Hold on. So, pasta soup. Okay. What's the date? Okay. So we'll get one tomorrow. And then, okay. Okay.
All right.
And then the hot pot. Okay. So October 23rd, we will finish the recipe book. Okay. We are finished. I'm gonna save. I didn't accidentally oversave. Return to the guild. Thus, the members of Group A brought their fruitful day of work to an end. And following the instructions Toval left them, they began the not quite as exciting process of filing the paperwork. Boo doo doo. Wouldn't know. Boo boo. Oh, are you finished? Yeah, we just finished getting everything sorted out. Goodness, that was exhausting. That little brat could at least try and help instead of lying around like a house cat. I can't say I'm surprised. Doubt she's used to spending this long on such exciting tasks. Oh well, we're almost finished. Alright then. Still, it only goes to show how top-rate Toval is. He fulfills a lot of requests on his own, and still has time to handle all the day-to-day realities of running a guild branch. Indeed, it's even more impressive when you consider that he finds time to visit other regions of the country as well. His mobility and knack for solving problems are exactly what one would expect from a bracer. The guild may have been forced out of the country, but he's still out there trying to help as many people as he can. Even when we were in Bereahard, he came to our aid. And if you look at all these records, it's clear that the people really trust him and rely on him for help. That's very true, but... Something the matter? I was just thinking, if bracers play an essential role to the people of other countries, are they not just as essential to Erebonians? No. You may be right. And not just because they help maintain public order and provide other services. That ideal, prioritizing the protection of civilians above all else, is pretty noble. Something people admire. That's certainly true. In many ways, it's that form of nobility that's beginning to fall by the wayside within Erebonia's aristocracy. I'm not sure the issue is as black and white as you'd have it. I like that it's not just Class 7 all in agreement on everything, right? There's disagreements, there's different viewpoints, which is the whole point of Class 7's existence. The Guild is an organization first and foremost, and one based far too much on idealism, and far too little on practicality. Donations and public funding can only go so far in covering its operating costs. It's no stretch at all to say that with the Empire as it is now, the Guild's removal was inevitable. That's what my brother said once when we discussed this. Usus? Looks like his brother is weighing on his mind. I suppose that's another way to look at it. I have to admit, it sounds rather cold and dismissive, but it does carry more weight coming from Rufus Alberea. Emma, you're so big. And soft. Millium? Look at that. She doesn't even have to be awake to be an irritant. Anyway, it shouldn't take too much time to finish filing the rest of the reports. We should focus on getting everything done and returning to the mansion. Sounds good to me. Excuse me, is anyone here? Oh, you're the girl who works at Watu's restaurant. Lady Laura, is Toval here by any chance? I'm afraid Toval's out of town on business at the moment. I need to tag in with Gandalf real quick. If we're to search the lake, we'll need a boat ourselves. I'll have Klaus prepare one for us at once. While you do that, I'll wake up Milliam and we'll have another look around the town to see if we can find them. Splitting up and searching the town does seem to be the best course of action. Thank you. Rest assured, we'll do all we can to find them. The group searched the town from top to bottom, but they found no sign of the missing children. By the time the other residents became aware of what was happening, evening had given way to night. Those of you who've played the earlier games, am I the only one who noticed the parallel with the first actual case that Josh and Estelle go on in Trails of the Sky? Two young boys go off somewhere dangerous they're not supposed to and get in trouble, and we have to go save them. They even look like the same two kids. Boys aren't in town. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Safe to say these boys are not back in town. Looks like they really did head out towards the castle on a boat. Lake's been calm, and there's no sign of a boat in the water, so at least it's unlikely they capsized. I guess that leaves the castle then, right? Lohengrin Castle was once the stronghold of the Eisenritter, and while the Arside family is still its stewards, it's rare that anyone ventures inside. I hope nothing terrible has happened to them. Their parents are really worried too. I've asked them to stay at home and wait for us to contact them, but at this point, all we can do is venture into the castle and see what we find. We have to use a boat for now, do we not? We do. A couple of students from the Arcade School are preparing an orbital boat for us as we speak. It does worry me that it has started to grow misty again, though. Let's head down to the wharf. Make sure all of our equipment is sorted out and we have everything we need just in case. Let's hurry. Okay. Before we get in the boat, there is something we want to buy. Or at least, maybe not even buy it, just make sure we have. I don't think it would. I don't know. I'm actually not sure. Definitely wouldn't be Emma. If anything, it would be just Celine, but we'll see. Nightmare. Thankfully, the Evergreen keeps the immunity to Nightmare. For everyone else, green pendulums for the rest of you. Because this place is a, pardon the pun, nightmare. Oh, okay. Went straight to, I'm not gonna lie, if I wasn't doing this on stream, I would have started Cold Steel 2 a long time ago. It's my favorite of the series. So I totally get that. I feel like that one will be a little less of a headache to do 100%. There's more to do, but you get a lot more freedom of movement than you do in one. Right? Like, you can go back to places. Okay. Yep. Ready. Let's go. Is everyone ready to depart? Yep. Take care. I and the other students will be waiting your safe return. Thank you. I promise that whatever's out there, we'll take care of it. Let's get the show moving. The water looks dope. What do you think's waiting for us inside that castle? So, you passed out on the couch the moment we returned to the guild, but now you're simply popping with energy. Millian, you know this isn't a game, right? I know. But as long as Lammy's with us, there's nothing to worry about. Let's just grab those kids so we can go exploring. I mean, Shade and I know that there is something to worry about. The boss in this area is not fun. Yeah, that will, oh my gosh. Yeah, make sure to scan the spears. Don't forget to scan the spears. She doesn't seem nervous in the slightest. And if you want to get the AP, you have to lower their health. Oh my gosh, that fight's a nightmare! Came from the direction of the castle. Now that's a good look. Now that's a beautiful image right there. Well, the castle does have a bell tower, but as far as I was aware, access to it has been sealed off. Then who's ringing it? A bell tolling? Yes, you do have to scan the spears. They count. A bell tolling at night. Anytime anyone's got sort of like they throw out like little mines or little, yeah, absolutely, they count. We'd best be prepared for anything. We're almost there. Make sure we're prepared. No one's gonna talk about how the castle's glowing? We're here. Think that's the boat the children took? I can't imagine who else it would be. At least they appear to have reached the castle safely. Yeah, I started 100% run on 2. That was what inspired me to do it on stream. I had to go back so many times. I had to go back to scan the spears. There's also a hidden quest at the bridge where like Thomas helps you cross, and I completely missed that. So I had to go back and get that too. And it's safe to assume they went inside as well. It's well past sundown now. We need to find them as soon as we can. Looks like that path will take us up the cliff. Right. That path will take us to the castle's entrance. Find your footing, though. The night is dark and the trail uneven. Okay, good.
So this is Saint Sandlot's old stronghold, Lohengrin Castle.
This is the first time I've come here at night. Be careful of your footing.
Whoa, what's that?
Something strange about the castle.
Let me just make sure. Eustace has detection, right? Yes. Okay.
Is that glow just the moonlight?
It's a good thing I gave them a sacred mirror.
So this is Lohengrin Castle.
The ancient stronghold of Saint Sandlot, gathering place of the warriors of old. It looks even more beautiful up close.
Yeah, but what's up with that weird glow?
I've been here several times before, but I've never seen it like this.
I can sense a very strange wind blowing from within. It doesn't feel like monsters, though.
I can feel it too, like something is writhing around inside.
It's the spirits of the dead.
Wait, what kind of
Ghosts.
something? I feared
Cause
as
it's
much.
terror
definitely sense the
time
presence of the dead.
again. They got you running through the night.
Emma?
I'm all right, but we're going to need to tread carefully in there.
It's
There's
terror!
no telling what may happen when we venture inside. We should make certain we're ready before entering.
There's gonna be a lot of spooky songs being sung tonight, I can tell. I almost wish I knew how to set up video share on this so I can have people throw out video clips. Something very strange happening here. Okay. Let's make sure we're ready. Yes, we're ready. If I wasn't ready, I wouldn't have even gotten in the boat yet. Green. This is the one thing I don't like about this game is there's a little too much like, are you sure? Like, yes, I'm sure.
It won't budge.
Did the door just seal itself shut on its own?
You stupid door! Lammy! Bust it open!
Which, speaking of Shade, I was right before you showed up. I was surprised. I did not remember that Reen met the two Zephyr members here in Legram. Like, I had completely forgotten about that. They showed up with Duke Cayenne when he came to talk to Laura's dad. I can't remember the trapper's name. No, Leonidas is. Sorry, Lammy,
Well,
can't bust
that was
this one.
unexpected.
No!
So not even Air Getlum can break us out of here?
It appears
Laura?
that there's a barrier in place.
Laura, you might have no choice but to out yourself here.
What kind of barrier? Are you talking about that strange symbol that appeared on the door for a moment?
Zeno, that's
How
right.
would you know something like that, Emma?
Well, I've always had a pretty strong sixth sense about these kinds of things.
Emma. Honey, for as smart as you are, that's a weak
So
excuse.
sometimes I can sense things that aren't visible to the naked eye. Sixth sense?
Fascinating.
That's weak, Emma.
Come to think of it, this isn't the first time you've reacted strangely to unusual phenomena.
But perhaps I'm biased just because we know what's up.
Eustace has a point.
I've heard that people from the church can make use of some strange powers. So are you a sister of the church or something?
Kind of the opposite.
Yeah, Reen's got his senses, right? But that's a little more. I guess that's a little different. But yeah, it is kind of the same thing. I like this line. Kind of the opposite.
Oh, you got me. I've always been a big supporter of the church.
Guy says like, bitch, what you say?
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Emma, just who are you?
What's that sound?
It's the bell we heard earlier.
Something's approaching to the left and the right.
They're ghosts.
Monsters, is it?
No. These are no ordinary beasts.
But we're going to have to fight them all the same.
Okie doke, let's get started.
My turn. Huh!
It's my turn. Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Of course, go figure.
I've got it.
We immediately get into the art. Actually, you know what? We might be here a while. I might keep us here a while, just because there's a trophy for getting 100 for canceling 100 arts.
I'll handle this.
Yes, sir.
My turn. Huh! You still have a lot of training to do.
Looks like we beat them.
Are you alright, Milliam? What were those things?
Mysterious spirits. Though perhaps it would be more appropriate to call them fiends. Either way, they were no ordinary opponents.
'Cause it's terror time again. It got you running through the night.
The higher elements seem to be present here as well, and I suspect that's true of the whole castle.
Yeah, it did feel that way, though I'm still not sure what the ringing bell from earlier has to do with anything.
This place seems to be even more dangerous than we could have anticipated. And as long as that barrier remains in place, so will we. We're going to need to search for a way out.
Okay, Emma. It looks like we're going to need to rely on this sixth sense of yours in order to navigate this castle safely. You don't have to tell us anything if you're not comfortable. Right now, our safety is in your hands. Can we count on you?
Yes, of course.
All right, then time is of the essence. With fiends like those roaming the castle, I'm even more worried about the children.
True. We should start looking right away.
We're going already! Can't we rest here a little longer?
Those fiends scare the strength right out of your legs?
No! That's totally not it!
You're more than welcome to stay here and wait.
Whoa, waiting by myself would be even worse!
All right, let's see what we can find.
Right.
Emma has her as craft. You gotta take Milliam out of the party though, because she's a big scaredy. We'll do that.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Of course.
My turn.
Should have bought more battle scopes.
I'll handle this.
Okay.
I don't want a death blow. I want to see if I can get a spell out of
Right.
her. Or out of that sword.
Go.
It's my turn.
I'll handle this.
Right.
Go.
I'll handle this.
Can someone
It's my turn.
please?
My
Okay,
turn.
so I guess I should have guessed the
You
sword
still
isn't
have a
gonna
lot of
cast a lot
training
of
to
arts.
do.
Making progress.
How many arts do I need? How am I doing on cancels? 82. Hold on. We're actually pretty close. And how many battles have we done? 344. We gotta do we have to, oh geez. We have to do 1,000 battles. Okay. At this raid, like, because my thing is, at this raid, we're gonna have like a 1 or 2 trophy hunting streams at the end where it's like we're not progressing, we're literally just basically farming for trophies, which I guess was always going to be part of it, right?
All right, let's do this.
My turn.
Noble
Now's our
command.
chance.
Okay.
This is completely unnecessary,
Of course.
but I wanted to cast an
Yeah.
art.
Here we go.
Right.
Oh my gosh, can you please
Very
go?
well.
Okay,
My turn.
of course.
Very well.
Really?
It's my turn.
Fool! We should keep
Dang
going.
it. Who? Hey, big guy. Ring. Oh.
We have nothing to fear. My turn.
My turn. All right, let's do this.
Leave it to
Very
me.
well. Very well.
Oh no, you don't.
Right. Hi.
Yeah,
No, vanish.
analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Vanish sucks.
got
We
it.
hate vanish.
Very well.
Here we go. Oh no, you don't.
My turn. Hut.
I'll handle this.
That's what I wanted to see. Some arts, please.
Now! I wouldn't expect anything less.
You're not half bad yourself.
Bum. Okay. Dark chest up here. Okay. Yes, this is the way we go.
Let's get this over with.
Of course. Hi.
Here we go.
I'll handle this.
Yeah,
That was almost really bad.
hear me.
I saw that cloud and I was like, was that a death blow?
My turn. Hi.
Here we go.
My turn.
Of course.
I'm starting to think we're a little over leveled here. Because there's no way.
Yeah,
I'll handle this.
My turn.
My turn.
Hey!
Huh? Evil will fall before my blade. Not bad.
Just getting started.
Savage Fang! Alright, we're in business.
This castle has no shortage of strange foes. Perhaps they really are go.
don't say it.
Okay. So. Treasures. Got the EP charge. Done. Jeez.
Enemy sighted. Take him out. Go.
My turn.
Yeah. I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, come on!
I'll handle this.
The swords do death blow? This is baloney.
Thank you very much.
Go. Second form. Gale.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Of course. Hi.
I'll handle this.
My turn. Okay, it's safe for now.
A matter of...
Oh, jeez. That was big old poopy. Okay, so the sword's got to be dealt with quickly. Lesson learned. Something over there. Seems like some kind of pedestal. It's an orb. This orb has the power to disable a barrier. So can we use it to leave the castle? I don't think so. Orbs like this function a bit like keys. Each only has the power to dispel its corresponding barrier. And I don't think this is the one that goes with the barrier on the front door of the castle. Regardless, it seems like we'll need to take it with us if we want to advance. Something else here I'm curious about. That's a huge door. I've had my eye on it ever since we entered this room. Doesn't it look more than a little similar to the door on the 4th floor of the old schoolhouse? You're right. Looks a lot like the red door that giant armor was hidden behind. I seldom visit the castle, so I'm afraid there's not much I can tell you. There's always the possibility that the children might have gone inside. We should check it. Doesn't seem like it wants to open. It seems as steadfast as the wall around it, if not more so. That's true. I can't see any signs that the children might have gone inside either. We should probably move on and check somewhere else then. Makes you wonder though, how did a door like this come to be in Lohengrin Castle to begin with? Even the patterns on it are like the old ones on the door in the old schoolhouse. Odd as it might seem, maybe they are connected somehow. We did theorize that the old schoolhouse may be connected to Emperor Dreikel's in some way. Saint Samlot was Dreikel's foremost ally and on close terms with him even before he became the emperor. It's not implausible that there may be a connection there. Well, whatever secrets this door may hold, it's a dead end right now. We should return and look elsewhere. Let's retrace our steps. There should be a barrier somewhere that we can use this orb to disable. Let's be on our way then. I want to make sure there's nothing else down here.
Is that a treasure chest?
Luna Road! It's time for you to get a Luna Road. Thankfully, I had a spare because New Game Plus. Maybe I shouldn't give her one. Maybe the red tunic is exactly what I want on her. Because with the insight from her ability, that gives her 75 evasion.
Let's get this over with.
Right.
Here we go.
I'll handle this.
Yeah. Here.
Here we go.
My turn.
Hi.
My turn.
It's my turn. Here.
Go. Go.
There.
Of course. Off guard. Our time is now.
We don't get any chances to cancel arts because
They pay the
we're
price
so
for
much
underestimating.
faster than everything. But they never get turns.
a chance. Let's get him.
Right.
My turn. Second sword. Damn. Go.
There! I'll handle this.
Okay. Yeah.
Very well. How pathetic.
Ba-do-do-do.
Let's get this over with.
Right. Hey!
Here we go.
My turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
My turn.
My turn.
Okay.
My turn.
I'll handle this.
My turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
My turn.
My turn.
My turn.
Okay. Arcus activate.
My turn.
I'll handle this.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Of course.
I know this isn't exactly
well.
premiere viewing, but I'm genuinely trying to get this thing to cast a damn art. I know it can.
I'll handle this.
It's my turn.
Here we go.
My turn.
Oh my god. Fine.
My turn. How pathetic.
Nothing in here wants to cast arts at me. Okay, fine. Whatever. We'll rest here so Ring can get his EP back. Dum, bum, blum. Well, that should have disabled the barrier here. What an unusual mechanism. This castle seems to have an abundant supply of unusual things. To say nothing of those ghostly fiends prowling around. Eustace, don't say the G word! At least we should be able to push further into the castle now. There may be similar mechanisms elsewhere in the castle, so keep an eye out, everyone.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Right.
My turn.
Very well.
It's my turn. Now.
My turn.
Here we go.
Very well.
Now. Go.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Bad yourself. I did it.
Here. Doggo. Take the doggo.
Let's get this over with.
Go.
My turn.
Very well.
Yeah. Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Doggo scan.
All complete.
Go.
My turn. Now.
My turn.
My turn. Now's our chance. There. You're finished.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Bad yourself.
Got the Sepith. Believe the next chest should be either Fire Bell.
The advantage is ours.
So we got Wandering Armor, we got the Wandering Sword, the Shadow Spirit, the Dark Canine. We need a Death Slugger.
Go!
Very well.
It's my turn.
Here we go!
My turn. Now.
I'll help.
My turn.
It's my turn. This is it. I need everyone
First.
help.
I handle this.
Go!
Of course. You still have a lot of training to do.
You know what I should do? Oh, I just realized something. I should take Reen out. Yeah, and then here's the thinking. I put Reen in because he's the big counselor, right? But I should leave Reen out, and then if someone starts casting an art, then I can immediately switch whatever character's turn is next into Reen to guarantee that someone will come up before they can cast the art. Adam, you're so smart. Ooh, hold on. Entrance hall. Entrance hall first. Because these are the two chests up here, I believe. Yes.
Yay, treasure!
Oh, the first one. I have to go.
Winds, give us your blessing.
Right.
These are the Death Sluggers.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
Hey, I need her!
Fool.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, this is no bueno.
Of course.
Okay, well, okay then. Hold on.
Thank you very much. Okay,
You can get a scan off on a Death Slugger.
analyzing the enemy's vitals. All complete.
And with that done,
I'm sorry, everyone.
I'll handle this. My turn. I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
I've only
Just getting started.
I feel like I'm growing stronger.
they leveled up, so they revived. Woo! I've got such a big brain! Is there anyone still dead? Oh, nobody's dead. Okay. That was the Zarin powder because it's supposed to be the Kaze Master Quartz, but I already have that. The Kaze. Next is the Judgment Bolt. I would love it if someone were to cast an art,
We'll
please.
have to fight our way through.
Of course.
My turn. Know your place.
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Of course. Hey.
I didn't mean to hit that. I wanted to hit the sword because the sword's about to kill somebody.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah. I hate those swords so much.
Right. Hey.
Leave it to me. Take this.
Thank you very much.
Right. Ha!
All right. Who's there?
Right. Ha!
This isn't looking good. me.
Blessing.
I suppose I should thank you.
My turn. Hi! Evil will fall before my blade.
I hate those swords so much. The external corridor.
An external corridor. We must be on the north side of the castle.
We've gone pretty far inside now. I hope.
Let's get this over with.
Of course. Shatter! Now!
My turn.
Oh no! Who's going? Yeah, Eustace is.
All right. Who's there?
Okay. Gleaming sky. Now!
And open!
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Of course.
It's my turn.
All right.
I'll handle this.
My turn. Shatter! Off guard. Well then, let's keep
I'll let
moving.
you take point.
Maybe I should have been more worried about Death Blow. Restores EP when health is low.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand.
Nothing but trouble.
We have the advantage.
My turn.
It's my turn. Who's there?
I'll handle this.
Okay, here.
Of course. Evil will fall before.
Yay. Got another orb. Oh, hold on. This is the other chest. Celestial Bomb. All that's left is the Rakshasa. That'll be all the chests in here. Those are. This isn't good. Oh, I didn't realize I had. There's the kids. Julian! Go away, you monsters! The great knight Julian will never forgive you of a haircut. It literally is basically the same two boys from Trail in the Sky. Goddess, please help us! stand back. Laura? That must be the Rakshasa. Thank goodness you're both safe. I didn't realize that was Laura. We're okay. More feeds, and they don't seem pleased that we've robbed them of their quarry. We can do this if we just don't let them hurt near the children. Blow them away, Lammy!
We'll have to fight our way through.
Bullshit!
Leave it to me.
What was that nonsense?
Very well.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm sorry for the trouble.
Okay.
Got this. It's my turn. Can you handle this?
Come on, Lammy. Get him!
I had to do this because Reed's about to lose all his CP. Go figure.
Sorry.
I'll take it from here.
Now I can switch back to Emma and revive
Hear me.
Laura.
You have my thanks.
I'll handle this. Very well.
Here I go.
Oi!
Here up.
With pleasure. I go where the wind takes me.
Okay. Was able to get a few cancels, so that's something. Looks like we took care of them. You're not hurt, are you? No, we're okay. That was so cool! Guys are all so strong! Just like the Eisenritter from the old stories! Considering their predicament, they don't seem to be any worse for wear. Well, as long as they're both unharmed. Actually, I think both of you have something to say. Huh? Oh, right. Thanks for saving us. That's not what I meant. You stole a boat and entered property that is off limits to you without telling anyone where you were going. What do you think would have happened if we hadn't come looking for you? Who would have saved you? Do you have any idea how worried your parents and everyone else in the town are about you? Laura. I'm sorry. If you realize what you did wrong, I have nothing further to say on the matter. Let me pet the air above your head. I admire your bravery, stepping forward to defend Carno like you did. But you're still young and inexperienced, like I am. It's one thing to aspire to the qualities of a knight, but no good will come rushing to that goal. Right, I'm sorry. Thank you for coming for us, everyone. Don't worry about it. Try to be a little less reckless in the future, would you? Eustace, are you actually embarrassed you got thanks by a kid? Hush, you impudent brat. Well, we found them and they're safe. That's a huge relief. Now all that's left is finding a way out of this castle. Come to think of it, we couldn't even enter this room until we disabled the barrier. So how did the two of you get inside? when we first came here, everything was normal. We were on our way to the top floor, but as soon as we came in here, suddenly there was this pale haze everywhere. Then these strange circles appeared on the door and we couldn't open it anymore. We didn't know what to do. So you ended up locked in. Doesn't seem to be any other access to this room either. Seems as though if we want to leave, we'll have to deal with whatever's causing all this. Surely there must be some way to disable that barrier on the front door. Hold on a moment. Emma? I can sense something coming from the top floor of the castle. A mysterious energy, unlike anything ever seen before, flowing out from there like a wellspring. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spines. You can sense something like that? Well, more or less. That's about the only clue we have to go on right now, so we might as well go up and take a look around. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song. Maybe it's me, but it almost feels like she's starting to be more forthcoming with her insight. But what about the children? We can't just leave them here. Better just take them with us then. There's enough of us that will be able to keep them safe. No telling what kind of danger we'll run into, but it makes sense to bring them along so we can keep an eye on them. What do the two of you think? Would you prefer to stay with us? Of course! I'd feel way safer with you guys. Very well then. Fine, fine. I suppose we'll take responsibility for your safety then. Alright, let's head for the top floor then. Let's have ourselves a look at the source of that mysterious energy Emma was talking about. Let's be on our way then.
Is that a treasure chest?
Rakshasa! Which is kind of an odd thing for them to take as inspiration. I mean, does Hinduism even exist in this world? It would be one thing if they just took, like, the design of a Rakshasa as inspiration for, like, a monster or something, but they literally brought in the word. I have to wonder, like, does that apply?
This looks like...
We've reached... The advantage is ours! My turn!
I suppose I should... Very well.
Gold. And dark. You don't say!
My turn. Yeah. Here.
And squish! Oh my
turn.
gosh, you're alive.
You still have a lot of training to do.
More friendship! Okay. Got all the chests. Scanned all the enemies. We're prepared. Okay. Rest. So the goal here is to wipe out the mobs. Because the big bad scary. No, nothing the quartz does actually represents a Rakshasa. What does the quartz do again? cuts speed and not really. Other than the fact that Rakshasas are really fast, but I have a spare Diablos gem and I'm not using it on anyone? What the heck is this nonsense? What the heck is this baloney? I had a Diablos gem and I wasn't using it. I probably had it on Elliot, that's why. But still. They are terrifying. Nothing like the Rakshasa, the one Rakshasa we meet in this game, in this franchise.
It looks like the orbs we've come across before, but it's far larger.
There's a cold, pale light flickering inside of it.
Man, it's huge! It's kinda pretty.
I definitely sense some kind of power coming from it. Is this the source of the energy you were sensing earlier, Emma?
There's no doubt about it. I suspect this orb is the cause of all the strange things going on in this castle. If we can destroy it, I'm betting everything will return to normal.
All right, just leave it to me.
What? Hold on, Milliam.
Milliam, let's
Sweat it. Lemmy's busted up tougher looking stuff than this.
like the door.
Let's
You
smash
tried to
this
bust the
orb
door
into that
too.
creepy castle already.
You idiot, we have no idea what it...
Go, Lem!
Liam.
Ah!
Ow. That had to hurt.
What did I just say?
Are you all right?
I forgot about those stupid barriers.
I guess it makes sense that it would be protected by one of those barriers.
Wait, something's wrong.
What's happening to it? I feel an incredible torrent of energy pouring out of it. Everyone get back!
Time for a battle. I remember this. I mean, it might be different because it's New Game Plus and I got nice stuff, but I remember this being a
Bone-faced fiend.
massive pain in the ass.
Nosferatu? How could it manifest something like that in the real world?
It's on a completely different level than the foes we've encountered so far. Julian, Carno, get behind us.
There's no way we can afford to lose. Not here. Let's give it everything we've got.
Right. This one looks dangerous. Be careful!
Of course.
Okay, so these are shadow spirits, so I don't have to scan them. I just need to scan you. Okay. Open up with Radiant Wings. Garden of Nightmares, but we're all immune to Nightmare. That's right, get fucked.
My turn. Get him!
My turn. Now is our chance.
Yeah! Analyzing the enemy's vitals. All complete.
Come on, Lemmy!
Right. Shatter. Now. Our
First.
time is now.
All right.
All his allies. A critical soul pinion. And of course you're taking Emma. I need her!
Very well.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Now is our chance. Don't let
Leave it to me. Right. Huh? Now.
Yeah, that's right. Let her go!
Yeah. Arcus, activate. Yeah.
Cross Crusade.
Right. Huh? Off guard.
Calls allies. Are nightmares.
Fool.
Why is she? Does
My
she?
turn.
Did I not put nightmare immunity on her? Oh God. Okay. Okay.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Of course.
Thank
This
you
is
very
about to
much.
hurt.
Yeah.
Them, not me. Altair cannon.
Of course. Shatter.
Useless. You're all we got as far as S-Craft, so I need you to pull through, buddy.
You're in the shoe.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, come on.
My turn. Gear up.
With pleasure.
Game over. Gaius has this. And I still didn't get a cancel any arts.
Together, we're unbeatable.
Look at all that experience we got.
I did it.
Not bad.
A matter of course.
Making progress.
Aster Flare. Burn and Confuse.
I did it.
Just getting started.
Did we win?
What a terrifying opponent.
So that was.
Careful. Something still feels wrong.
What?
Watch out!
Damn it!
How could I have been so careless? I had no idea it had this much power left.
Laura! Are you okay? This is bad! Even Lammy can't move!
Looks like I've got no choice.
Reen, no! If you're not careful, you'll be drawn into it.
What are you?
What?
Huh?
What was that?
We were saved by someone.
Ugh.
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine. That was really bright.
What just happened?
I have no idea. It all happened so quickly.
I heard the sound of something piercing through the air.
Yeah, right through that orb, too. It looked like a lance. But how could someone hurl something that large with that much force?
A lance?
Yeah. And whoever threw it was standing right up there until just a moment ago. It was a golden-haired woman, shrouded by a strange light.
Golden hair, you say?
But that sounds just like...
Laura!
That's impossible.
What's everyone all excited about? Hey, wait for me!
Why not go up on Lammy?
There's no one here.
Not that I honestly expected there would be.
That pale glow surrounding the castle seems to have disappeared, too.
Is that because the orb was destroyed?
That would mean the lance that destroyed it.
The Lance Maiden.
Interesting.
I thought it might have been her, but it seems like it was the Steel Maiden. Still, we really are out of time.
We'll keep pretending we don't know who that is.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
Moving on up.
I've got a little reward here for
Doozy.
you.
Got the Grail Locket. Heck yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Or no, I'm thinking of the Grail Gauntlet is the really good item that I don't even know if that's in 1 and 2. That might only be in 3 and 4. Thank you for all you've done for us during our stay, Klaus. Please have a safe journey, everyone. I apologize for not being more of service to you during your long-awaited return home, my lady. With all that happened yesterday, you hardly had any time to relax and enjoy your visit. On the contrary, I had ample time to enjoy soaking in the atmosphere of home. And thanks to that wonderful, nutritious dinner that after we returned from the castle so tired, I was able to sleep well too. Indeed, for all that happened, I feel surprisingly well rested today. I'm just glad that the children were all right. Sounds like they got a real earful from their families, though. They deserved every minute. So, just what was it we witnessed yesterday? It's a good question. I'm still mulling over what that lance that saved our skins last night could have come from. I only know what you've told me, I'm afraid. There's not a doubt in my mind that it was Saint Sandlot. She must have sensed our peril confronting that strange specter and chosen to lend us a helping hand. Well, I can't think of an explanation that sounds any more plausible than that. Considering the situation, it's almost hard to believe it could have been anything else. Well, that's certainly true. It feels like everything that happened last night was some grand dream. I think that all of us, you have perhaps the least right to say that. Actually, one of the accounts of Saint Sandlot's death places it right around this time of year. So it's almost the anniversary, and last night was a full moon. So it doesn't seem all that implausible that her spirit might manifest itself somewhere like the castle. In your game or my game? I've heard that account of Saint Sandlot's death before. Hold on a minute. Even if all that stuff about Saint Sandlot is true, that doesn't explain all the weird things you did yesterday. Well, I learned a lot about curses from my grandmother growing up, and working with barriers isn't all that difficult if you put your mind to it. Really? I suppose I'll take your word for it. Not sure I can say the same. I'll be sure to inform the Viscount of all that transpired. In the meantime, you should be heading off to the next location you're sure to visit for your field study. Thank you. Take care, Klaus, and give my regards to Father. Same to you, my lady. I hope we shall all have the opportunity to meet again, as do I. I'd enjoy the opportunity to test my own swordsmanship against you in the future. I wish you all the best. We still have some time left before the train comes, so we can tell everyone goodbye as we make our way to the station. That sounds good. Let's be off. Okay. First we gotta go into the mansion. Go upstairs. Rana? Yes! Thanks for the buck! Chapter 11! And then the girls near the inn will give us some food. Lady Laura! The three of us made lunch for you, so please take it. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be delicious. We hope you enjoy it. Oh, we packed enough for your lady friends, too. Wait, what about us? You did muster up an admirable performance yesterday, I suppose. But don't forget, we won't forgive you if you get too close to Lady Laura. Unless you blithely forget, take these as our helpful reminder. Roasted fry. I swear, these girls are Laura's gonna die alone because of these girls. I don't think I need the wind-up to clue me in to what they're implying. Must this petulant gaggle be annoying right to the very end? That still doesn't excuse you for getting all close and personal with her. You need to keep your distance from her, got it? We shan't forgive you otherwise. She's been like this ever since we got back. I'm really sorry. I don't deserve to call myself a man after making my mom cry. Maybe I should just put my junior Eisenrider dreams on hold. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna take the opportunity to buy some more battlescopes. It is sad to see you all go. I look forward to the day when you all come back to visit Legram. Of course, it'd be nice if you could enjoy a more relaxed day next time. Is there anyone else I should talk to? Hello? Oh. I really can't thank you all enough for last night. I've given this fool the scolding of a lifetime. But don't you worry about it. Take care of your journey back. Good luck with your studies. I kind of like laughed it off, but now I think about it, those girls really did just try to poison me. They literally did just tell me to go die. It's kind of messed up. Okay, I think we're good to go. Don't remember if everything goes to hell right away. close are we getting to? Okay. Don't remember if everything goes to hell right away, so we're gonna save here just in case. We have a little more time before the train comes. What should we do? Yeah, let's wait in the station. Let's go wait inside. We need to buy our tickets for the trip to Corellia Fortress, too. Hey, Eustace, wanna buy me some snacks? Buy your own food. Lively as ever, I see. Let's head in then. I almost get the feeling Milliam specifically targeted the classmate who is the most annoyed with her and be like, I'm gonna ruin this man's whole career. Oh, I could see the castle for a second there. Wait, it's gone again. The forest is quite dense around here. Still, we saw a lot of weird things in that castle. It was one thing after another from the moment we walked through the door. What are you looking at me for? Nothing at all. That was pretty great. Do you have this much fun on all your field studies? I just wish it was a little longer. Those 2 days went by so quickly. Well, the field study isn't over. We're on our way to our next location, so don't relax just yet. Looks like I must say farewell to Legram once again for the time being. I wasn't expecting to, but I can't help but feel a little homesick already. I can understand why. It was a really welcoming place. I didn't ever get the sense that social classes were keeping people apart. True. Seems like a place that we nobles could learn much from. Whew. I'd definitely like to visit again in the future. It would be great to bring Fee and the others next time, too. You're all more than welcome in Legram anytime. I can only hope I'll continue to learn and grow between now and when I return. Probably not, but that's what we're doing. We changed trains at Berea Hard Station and rode the Kreutzen Main Line north, heading toward Geldick. Choo-choo! Alright, let's go over our schedule again. We're currently en route to Celtic, where we'll rendezvous with Group B. From there, we'll take the Transcontinental Railroad to Corellia Fortress on the Empire's eastern border. Corellia Fortress is one of the Imperial Army's largest strongholds. It's sometimes referred to as the wall that protects the nation from the threat of the Calvard Republic. I'd heard it's ludicrously gigantic, almost an icon of military excess. It also houses the 2 railway guns and has a military exercise ground on the premise. Weren't those the weapons that Gwyn said he regretted constructing? Wait a minute, are we about to get my favorite moment in this game? There are these 2. Are we about to meet Elliot's dad? Yes, I think we are. There are these 2 massive orbital cannons pointed toward the east at Calvard. Or more specifically, they're aimed at the buffer zone between us and them, Crossbell State. They are pretty crazy, yeah. I mean, it's not actually my favorite. It's my second favorite. My favorite is the school festival. They are pretty crazy, yeah. It's like you're looking at a mountain of iron. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first saw them. Wait. You've actually seen the railway guns in person? Yeah, Gramps took Claire, Lecter, and me to see them this one time. These are the mightiest weapons wrought by the hands of man since the Great Collapse. I want you to consider what it means that such weapons have been placed here. Well, something like that anyway. To consider what it means. He has a flair for the dramatic, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, today's the day, isn't it? The day that the Chancellor is scheduled to depart for Crossbell with Prince Oliver. Guess the trade conference kind of snuck up on us. I think that's where Lecter's going too. I want to go to Crossbell. Toa's gonna be there too. There's supposed to be this really famous theater group there, Ark and Seal. Hey! And they have a huge theme park. Yes, the big theme park. I just forgot the name. It's like Michelin Island or something like that. That's what I heard, though you probably know more about it than I do. President Toa is going to be part of the entourage to further her studies. Really? She never fails to impress. I hear she's been getting job offers from a bunch of different companies ready to hire her right after graduation. Well, she does merit the high esteem people lavish on her. She's the pride of the academy. Fishyland! We're all goofy goobers, yeah. Goofy goober. Why did that come to my head? Whatever. Here we are in Keldic. Let's meet up with the rest of the class. All passengers disembarking here in Keldic, please exit the platform via the bridge. I repeat, do not approach the rope barriers on platform 1. Choo-choo, ka-choo. Cuckoo, ka-choo. Passengers wishing to travel the Transcontinental Railroad, please wait on platform 2. Numero dos. Thank you for your time. I am Friend Dog. Choo-choo. What's going on here? All this security feels kind of ominous. Seems the railway military police is guarding the opposite platform. Yeah, I wonder if...
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
Is that the sound of my wife?
Captain Claire!
Yes.
It's Claire! Did you come to see me?
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid. Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been, what, 2 months since I last saw you?
That didn't sound like Toa. Don't tell Toa I said that. No! Almost like sisters. Hard to believe both of them are Ironbloods. Oh no! I've been called. I've been caught. Called out. At any rate, good day, everyone. Let me thank you again for all your help during the recent crisis in Heimdall. Don't worry about it. We simply did our duty as citizens of the Empire. More importantly, what's the meaning of all this extra security? And what is this Eisengraf you mentioned? As in Iron Count, right? You'll see what I mean soon enough. Oh, the red train. A special express train will be momentarily passing by platform 1. This train will be passing through at high speed, so passengers on the platform are advertised to exercise caution. Choo-choo. A special express train? It couldn't be. Right on time. Like Osborne would ever let it not be on time. Toa! There's Toa. And there's Prince Oliver. Why are they all in different trains? It's like such a waste of seating space. What's up? Osborne. Looked right at me. So that was the Eisengraph. Come to think of it, I've heard rumors of a special Crimson train. It's supposedly reserved for use by members of the Imperial government. I've been on it before. It's really fast. Pretty fancy inside, too. The Eisengraph, or the Iron Count, in the common parlance, was so titled in honor of Chancellor Osborne himself. Well, I do hear him called the Blood and Island Chancellor all the time, so I can understand the iron part. But isn't the Chancellor a commoner by birth? He is indeed. However, he was granted the title of Count by His Majesty when he was made Chancellor 11 years ago. Supposedly, that's what led to the train being given its name shortly thereafter. I see. I doubt he, of all people, sees any worth in titles or peerage. Green? Yeah? Something bothering you? Your attention seems elsewhere. Still feeling tired after yesterday? No, not really. I just happened to catch a glance of Toa and Prince Olivert on the train as it passed by. Whoa! I'm surprised you could even make them out! You must have a hawk's eyes to be able to see them when the Eisengraph whooshed by so quickly. Whooshed! Whooshed by! Whoosh! Why does a word like whoosh sound so funny when it's coming from Claire? It's just whoosh! It's probably just a coincidence. It was more than just a glance, though. I could see them clearly, in detail, including the whooshes. What was that? As long as you're not feeling unwell. We would like to thank all passengers for their cooperation with today's security measures. Transcontinental Railway Service bound for Crossbell State, now arriving on Platform 2. Here it comes. Looks like we didn't have to wait long after all. So is Group B already on that train? Master of Whoosh Vision. This one's not red. Hi, everyone. Hey, there they are. Green, over here. Come on, we haven't got all day. We saved you some seats. The train goes whoosh. Well, if you'll excuse us, Captain. See you later, Claire. Of course. Have a safe trip, everyone. Hey, Crow and Sarah. Whoa! Who's that classy-looking babe? Ah, I should have stayed on the train. Whoosh. We receive word from Squad 8. No unusual movements have been detected near the Twin Dragons Bridge. We've also received word from Squad 21. They report all high-speed armored cars are in position. Understood. Remain vigilant until the Eisengraph have finished passing through. Once it reaches Crossbell City, have all squads switch to Phase D. Yes, ma'am. Are you sure the Imperial Liberation Front will show themselves? They will. I'm certain of it. Ooh. I'll take option C. Sarah versus Sharon versus Sherazard versus someone else. I can't remember who the fourth is. All right, between the two, Sharon. I see. Sounds like Group A has quite an eventful couple of days, too. Yeah, though I find it kind of hard to believe you could have seen the ghost of Leanne Sandlot. That's ridiculous. You sure you weren't just hallucinating or something? We spent the whole evening fighting ghosts, Machias. You can think whatever you like. We totally saw her, I swear! Well, ghost or not, there was definitely someone there besides us. Anyway, that's enough about ghosts and spirits for the time being. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the living, like where Toval and the Radiant Blademaster went. Sounds like Duke Cayenne is up to something too, and he's not someone we can afford to take lightly. We didn't run into anything like that in the Jirai Special Economic Zone, though I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government and not a noble. I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago, is that right? Yeah, the Empire stitched on nice and neat, without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seems like a pretty lively place. And the revenue generated from taxes there goes directly to the Imperial government's coffers, instead of the pockets of the nobility. Hardly a mystery why the reformers think so highly of it. Well, that aside, I'm a little concerned about the upcoming trade conference in Crossbell. Same goes for the Imperial Liberation Front. They've been awfully quiet since that show they put on last month. Now that you mention it, that does seem rather suspicious. Is that related somehow to why we're going to Gorelia Fortress? Well, it's not the main reason, but it's not entirely unrelated. I'll let you look forward to finding out all about it when we get to the fortress itself. Anyway, how many of you have passed through Gorelia Fortress by train before? Just Million. I see. Just us, huh? Can't wait to see everyone's first Oh, Crow has too. True. Oh, they didn't raise their hand, but I guess that was meant to signify that they have. Why is that? Well, I've seen it in photographs at least. Camera can't really capture how ridiculous it is. Yep. It's supposed to be this macho gateway to the Empire, but it just seems like it's trying way too hard. What's that supposed to mean? Gateway to the Empire and one of the largest military bases in the country. I look forward to the chance to see it in person then. One of the largest. So what's the largest? The train carrying Class 7 continued its ride on the Transcontinental Line, heading toward the east. They passed through the Twin Dragons Bridge, Kroitzen Province Army Base, and several stations later, it was finally time to pass through Gorelia Fortress, which loomed large on the border of Crossbell State. At 11:20. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Gorelia Fortress. Gorelia Fortress. This train will stop for 5 minutes. Please be aware that only authorized personnel may disembark at this station. Be advised that all orbital photography is strictly prohibited within the fortress and is punishable by imperial law. Any attempt at unauthorized recording may result in the confiscation of your equipment and detention by the authorities. Don't try it. That was kinda pretty severe for a train announcement. Well, we are passing through a military facility. I don't think they're being unreasonable. Really think that's the issue? I'm not sure having that be one of the first things foreign visitors here gives a very good impression of the country. Oh, we're finally here. What in Adios' name is that? Look at this bonkers fortress. This is straight up Looney Tunes. Scale is just... This is Garrelia Fortress? This entire place is built from iron and concrete. Just how much money has the army dumped into building all this? Yep. That's about as entertaining as I'd hope. Not that I'm surprised. I thought the same thing when I first saw it. On the Crossbell side, all you can see is the cliff, though. Yeah, but those two railway guns still poke out through it. Hey, instructor, what did you bring us out here to show us? What else? We're here so you can see the true essence of what makes an army. What comprises the military strength and forms its foundation. And what other place in the Empire has on display as clearly as here. Bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. It's a unicorn! Check it out. Who are they? Engineers and tradesmen mostly. Ow. You'll see a lot of them around here. Keeping a fortress this size up and running is a full-time job for more than just the military's people. Oh, it seems. It's almost like its own town here. On the other side of this fortress, it's more or less a straight shot to Crossbell City, right? To think that such a bustling center of trade is so close to a massive military facility like this. Yeah, Crossbell City is only about 30 minutes away by train. From the top of the fortress, you can even see the skyscraper where the trade conference is going to take place.
I see you've arrived.
Hey!
Oh,
Instructor Neidhart!
Good morning, Major Neidhart. Instructor Ballestein of Thor's Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class 7, reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Garrelia Fortress. In addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the fortress. Now, if you'll follow me.
Very Spartan. As expected, of course. Including today, you have 2 days remaining in this month's field study. However, we won't be assigning you any tasks during that time. Instead, you'll be participating in a series of special lectures and a field trip. A field trip? Here? So what exactly does that entail, instructor? At 1400 hours today, a joint military exercise will be taking place at Garrelia's Proving Ground. The 4th and 5th Armored Divisions will both be participating, and you will be observing it. We're gonna watch a military exercise? The 4th Armored Division, huh? The 4th The 4th Armored Division is led by none other than Elliot's dad, Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. By all accounts, it's one of the strongest armored divisions in the Imperial Army. And did you know our friend the Major here is their most promising young member? It's true. Moving on. As I said, you'll only be observing this exercise, not actively participating. I imagine that has some of you feeling rather relieved, doesn't it? It does sound like a pretty easy assignment after all. But we'll see how many of you feel the same after experiencing it for yourselves. That's all for me. It's currently 11:50 hours. Lunch has been prepared for you in the mess hall. I'd advise you all to eat. Your field trip isn't something to be undertaken on an empty stomach. So, this food. They literally get a block of meat. That's disgusting. We have salty corned beef, and I think I'm getting a hint of peas from the soup. You could use this bread as a lethal projectile. I do think it wouldn't hurt to use a few more herbs, or flavors in general. Calling this edible would be generous. I've heard plenty of rumors about the food they serve in the Imperial Armory, but I wouldn't have guessed they'd all be true. I didn't think the food they served at the mess hall at Zender Gate was all that bad, though. I don't think it would kill them to serve something a little more appetizing. This is the exact same thing they served when I came here with my class last year. Probably the same batch, too, by the look of it. It really brings back memories. I was pretty surprised the first time my dad brought me to eat here, too. You guys really think it's that bad? Really brings back memories for me, too. At least there's some cheese and an apple. The food served in the army makes use of common ingredients that are easy to preserve and store. The ingredients used to make all the food on your trays can be easily stockpiled in large quantities. So even if a war were to break out, a meal like this could still be served without trouble. So that explains it. I see. So the army serves simple foods all the time to avoid a decrease in morale from wartime rationing. Well, not all the time. However, one can think of this food as a philosophical statement from the continent's strongest army, in the sense that it suggests that soldiers should live and work each day as though a war effort depends on them. Every day? So they should be just as tense during times of peace as during times of war? Well, it's a bit too much mind over matter idealism for my taste, but it's worth being aware of. And to throw a different perspective in the mix here, the food the provincial armies serve is actually pretty good. Good enough that you can't help but wonder how they'd cope if an actual war were to ever break out. Well, it's not like serving good food means you have a crappy army. I hear our neighbor Liberl serves up some pretty tasty food in their army. Liberl's armor is fairly elite, probably because the threat of being neighbors with the Empire keeps them tense. I feel a little conflicted hearing you say that. To be fair, Elliot, we invaded them like 2 years ago. So, these things are all about finding a good balance. Variety is the spice of life. If you eat nothing but dull, bland food all the time, well, you know what they say, you are what you eat. I could do with fewer of your pithy remarks in my diet, Instructor Valestine. Anyway, as you heard, there's going to be a military exercise at the Proving Ground at 2 in the afternoon today. It's 12:30 right now, so you have an hour to do whatever you like. They'll make an announcement half an hour before, so be sure to listen for it and do whatever it tells you. Understood. So when you say whatever you like, does that mean we can tour the fortress? Of course. You're welcome to roam around as long as you don't poke your nose into any restricted areas. So go ahead and explore. There's plenty worth seeing here, like the command center. So if you're feeling a little tired from your field study so far, you're welcome to rest in your dorms. It would be a shame to waste something of such a valuable opportunity. I suppose I should at least get a general overview of the fortress. Okay, now we're in control. Now we got some stuff to do. That's the briefing room. We're looking for the Center Junction store. Gotta be this place. It's gotta be one of these guys. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay. So we got that.
Right.
Now it's time to talk to everyone. Just in case. Because there's a recipe here. So I want to make sure we don't miss it. I heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives home its incredible scale. Oh yeah, your father helps train the Imperial Army in swordsmanship, doesn't he? I can see why he's so busy. If he's gonna be around training all the soldiers in places this massive. What the heck? I don't know what I did. That was my problem. That. Boom. There we go. That's a lot easier. I don't have to. Okay. I feel like the reality is finally sinking in. I have no idea how his teachings are actually being applied. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military training. Looking forward to it. The soldiers here seem pretty well trained, especially well pretty well equipped too, like you'd expect from Empire's biggest fortress. You need to put in some serious prep time if you want to topple it. Fee? Not sure that's something you should say in earshot of the soldiers. Old habits die hard. Let's go in here and check in how Sarah's doing. Oh yeah, Toval gave me a call about what happened in Legrand. So you had a mechanical monster show up outside the city limits? Yeah, Toval looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him. You know anything about them? Well, I'm no stranger to the group that makes them. They go by the name Ouroboros. This is our first time hearing it in this saga. They're a secret society of sorts that acts in the shadows all across the continent. A secret society? We don't know how many members there are, but they're definitely capable of... Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than the most cutting-edge research institutes, and that they've been behind several crises that have threatened to shake the foundations of entire nation-states. And these are the people who made those monsters? I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw out there. Well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call the mechanical monsters like the ones you guys found archaisms. And lately, seems like an awful lot of them have made their way onto the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days, all over the Empire and beyond. That's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance they might be plotting something here in Erebonia? Just in your opinion, I mean. Well, that's the tricky thing about them. Doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put archaisms out into the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it's something to keep in the back of your mind. Right. I'll be sure to let the others know too. You know what Is it really a secret? Do you know what I really can't wait for, Shade? Ren. I can't wait to see Ren again. Hi, Emma. You taking a rest, Emma? I did take a short walk around, but everything about this fortress is so imposing. Made me feel a little faint. I feel you there. Look at Emma now. It's hard to believe she's the same person who almost single-handedly guided us through that castle. Rain? Never mind. But there is one thing that's been bugging me lately. Ever since we arrived in Legrand, I feel like just out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses of this small black shadow following us. But ever since we got to the fortress, I haven't seen it. Really? Maybe you were possessed by something. Possessed? I know. I haven't even played the games, but I know her story back to front. Yikes, that's kind of an unsettling thought. It'll be fun to play this through a second time now that I know all this stuff. It is, isn't it? Glad I told her to go back when we reached Keldic. Here. Nope, we're just talking to people, that's right. Okay, go out here, I guess. We'll go down here, I guess. Okay. Look at all these tanks! Horsey! This seems like the hangar for tanks and armored cars. It's kind of staggering to see so many of them lined up. Charge! I'm not looking forward to this. You've never seen any military exercises before, right, Reen? Yeah, this will be my first time. I take it you have? Yeah. My dad showed me one the last time he brought me out here. He really does want me to join the military, but I really don't think I'll ever be suited for it the way he is. I get where you're coming from. The more I hear about his dad, the more curious I get. I'm not entirely sure how to feel seeing so many Octzens lined up like this. The Rhineford Company makes these, don't they? Unfortunately so. I'm sure they'll be using them for this military exercise too. As far as I can tell, they'll be pitted against the older automated models. That sounds pretty brutal. The older tanks won't stand a chance. Well, that's kind of the point. They want to show off just how easily the Octzens can dominate them. Well, you don't get a chance to go eyes on with this stuff every day. I'll take the opportunity to see for myself just how competent they are. That's just like her. And we go up here. There's some over there, but I'm just going to check over here for quick. Airship! Looks like the fortress is airport. It might come a day when I find myself in a military airship. Crazy. It really is night and day. Yeah, it's hard to imagine two places more diametrically opposed. What's wrong with you two? Oh, we were talking about how different this place is to Jirai. Jirai was super lively, but this place... I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without an easy access to a casino at all times. I can imagine. Seems like everyone's talking about Jirai these days, though. Was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect with the recent annexation by Erebonia, but everything looked fine to me. As offices and entertainment district, all the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves. I'd go so far as to say they're happy to be under the Imperial government's control. Maybe don't say that, Machias. I don't know if I'd go that far. Oh? Little Bird once told me Chancellor Osborne was the one behind the annexation in the first place. Also told me he used some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. And of course, most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. It's only natural they do so now that they're under Erebonia's protection. Sounds like this is a pretty complicated issue. Yeah, let's... Ooh. Oh, Machias. Okay. We're gonna go up here. Last people. To the other students who have come to tour the fortress. Yes, sir. He's wearing an officer's uniform. I wonder if he's... This is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Corellia Fortress. He also serves as the division commander for the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here. I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor. Well, at least they aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. I have my doubts you'd be able to endure the military's training regimen with a physique like that. You sure you're training them properly, Major? With my apologies, sir. Though I hear the Academy has a former Bracer as their combat instructor. They must really be scraping bottom. This guy. I've heard of the Purple Lightning before, of course, but a Bracer is still a Bracer. This dude. Leaving such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous Thors isn't what it used to be. Fuck off! No surprises here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for stereotypical Imperial Army soldier. Stereotypical jackass. As Fortress Commander, allow me to welcome you to Corellia. Keep in mind, though, that we're constantly on alert for potential threats from the east. I have no problem with your class conducting your field study here, but see that you don't get in the way. Of course, sir. Very well, I'll take my leave. He's certainly strict. Well, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defense fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tensions between the Republic and the Empire, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all. I won't forget it. Now, I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center. I'll see you later. Okay. All that's left is Eustace, Gaius, and Millie. They're at the motor pool. I have to go through the motor. Oh, it's a chest. Thank goodness I came over here. Well, that's unfortunate. How do I get over there? Hello? I guess I'll have to wait until everything starts. Out here. Wow. Can't believe the size of this place. Given the uniform, you must be one of the students from Thor's. Feel free to look around all you like, but try to stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy. So if you don't mind, I'd ask you to make your way to the corridor over there instead of hanging around here. Understood. Thank you very much. Charge! This fortress is the very definition of oversized. And that's ignoring the excessive display of military power. Imagine that the posturing is meant to show the Kreuzan Provincial Army that they could crush them on a whim. I forgot what this place probably means to you and your family. I suppose. While I don't agree with my father's actions, I can't say I'm comfortable with this fortress's presence either. In fact, I find it hard to believe that anyone could sleep peacefully near a fortress like this. Gaius? Are you okay? Yeah, I don't know if I could sleep peacefully within shelling range of something like this. I'm just kind of shocked by how different the atmosphere here is from Zender Gate. Well, it is a major military base right on the border of Crossbell. Never imagined it'd be quite this big, though. This place is such a departure from Zender Gate that I could hardly believe that it's the same military. Although perhaps this is the true face of the Imperial Army. Oh, that's such a sad statement. Hell yeah. Well, guess you can't see it from here after all. We'd be able to see it from where the railway guns are, but they'll get mad if we get too close to them. What do you go up to now, Milliam? You know that huge Orcus Tower where they're holding the trade conference? I'm trying to get a good view of it. Oh yeah, they mentioned it in the Imperial Chronicle and on the radio. Can you actually see it from all the way over here? That'd be incredible. Would I ever lie to you? Wish I could have gone with Gramps instead of being stuck with some stupid field study. Why'd you join Class 7 then? Speaking of which, they're going to be holding the keynote session there tomorrow. I wonder what they'll be talking about. Most people are thinking it's just so they can decide on finance rules and stuff for Western Zemuria. But I think it's really going to end up being about who Crossbell belongs to. Knowing Gramps, he might even try to get Crossbell to become part Erebonia. Seriously? The prince is going to be there too, so he'd probably just try to shake everyone up a bit. Unbelievable. Toe is there too, so there's hoping things go well. Okay. Let's go! Turn to the fortress. We're done. There we go. This bulletin is to inform all Thor students that preparations for today's military exercise are now complete. Please assemble in the hangar immediately. Your transport is standing by. I repeat. That's Instructor Neidhart. Time must have passed more quickly than I thought. I suppose I should start making my way toward the hangar. Maybe I'll run into the others on my way. We boarded the armored cars and set off toward the proving grounds. Here we go. We're in tanks. Sorry, armored transport. Choo-choo. The inside of the armored cars was narrow and cramped, and the smell of machine oil hung in the musty air. The cars shook and rattled over the uneven ground, tumbling us around like an iron coffin on wheels. Eventually, after enduring 10 minutes of jaw-rattling travel, unable to even peek outside at the scenery, we finally arrived at Garelia's Fortress military proving grounds. Wow. Oxen main battle tanks. There are plenty of older model tanks out there too. Even looks like they have airships here. Oh yeah. Like the ones we saw in Nord. Welcome. Oh. Oh no, it's here. I gotta fix my microphone. So that's Elliot's dad, Craig the Red. Super scary military guy. I don't see the family resemblance. Looks like the hair made the jump from father to son, though. Look at that man. Reporting, Lieutenant General. He kind of looks like my Monster Hunter character, I'm not gonna lie. Very good, Neidhart. Instructor Valestein, I believe. Pleased to meet you. It's an honor to make your appearance, Lieutenant General Craig. He also looks like a character I made in Dynasty Warriors Empires 8. Allow me to extend my deepest thanks for agreeing to cooperate with us for the Academy's curriculum today. Think nothing of it. Many of these fine youngsters may one day hold positions in the Imperial Army, after all. Besides, I owe a lot to old General Van Dyke. These must be a piercing stare. So this is Craig the Red. Elliot's my boy! It's so good to see you again! Huh? It must be half a year now since I last saw you. How have you been? That's a sharp-looking uniform you've got, too. I've seen the photos, but it looks even better on you in person. Dad, come on. Yeah, you've still got a long way to go if you want to put on some real muscle. There's a part of me that hopes you'll stay my little cherub forever. But you're a man of Erebonia, and the men of Empire must be strong, stout, and ready for action. It was for your own good as a man that I held back my tears and enrolled you in the military academy. Dad, I can't breathe. I feel like everything I've been told about him was a lie. There does seem to be some differences from the stories. I like Neidhart's reaction here. You kidding me? Seems like a cool guy. Facepalm. What a delightful commanding officer you have, Major. Just gotta the popcorn. Words fail me. Dad, knock it off! I'll tell Fiona. Yeah, moving right along. Olaf Craig. I'm Lieutenant General Olaf Craig, commander of the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I've been entrusted with the role of overseeing today's joint military exercise. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Likewise, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. You've got one heck of a dad, Elliot. Believe me, I feel it in the bones. Now, let me give you a brief rundown on what will happen. This exercise will consist of a simulated battle conducted by 2 of our armored divisions. Armored regiments at the formation center, infantry, armored cars, and airships will work in tandem. I'm sorry. Using their maneuverability to the fullest to obliterate the targets. As our targets today, we'll be using previous model tanks that have been decommissioned from service. Autopilot functionality will allow them to evade and return fire, but they're only being armed with paint bullets. However, all other regiments taking part in today's exercise will be equipped with live ammunition. So you intend to actually destroy the other tanks? Yeah, it would hardly be a live fire exercise if we didn't. Current time is 1400 hours, right on schedule. I think they're going to destroy them anyway. They're scrap anyway. Let's go! We'll now begin today's joint military exercise. Armored Divisions 4 and 5, commence combat operations. Glory to the Empire and the Imperial Army, begin! Yes, sir. 5th Armored Division, Armored Regiment will advance first. Armored Car Regiment and Infantry and return. 4th Armored Division, Armored Regiment and Infantry advance together. Armored Car Regiment deployed to the left and right. So this is less of a mock battle and more of just kind of cool guys don't look at explosions sort of thing. I mean, to be fair, explosions are pretty dope. Wow. It's certainly potent. So this is the kind of firepower it takes to fight a modern war. You said those tanks are called Oxens? Yeah, they're a type of main battle tank the Reinford Company developed 2 years ago. I've seen their spec sheets, but seeing their power firsthand tells you what numbers and decimal points don't. They might be the strongest heavy tanks on the continent. And the Imperial Army's got a couple hundred of those in the wings, huh? It's kind of crazy. You try fighting things like these head on, you won't stand a chance. That's as true for our own nation as it is for others. I just can't get used to this. Just the sound of the artillery firing is enough to make me start shaking. I don't think that's something you should get used to. I mean, if the sound of guns in warfare ever stopped bothering you, I'd be worried. Green. I guess this is another kind of strength. Thus, the military exercise came to an end. The 4th Armored Division, led by Lieutenant General Craig, withdrew to an encampment near the fortress. Meanwhile, we returned to the fortress, where Major Neidhart outlined the results of the training exercise. After that, ba-da-diddy-doo-doo, ba-da-diddy-da. Sorry you had to wait for us to finish. Don't worry about it. We're the guests here after all. Thanks for your consideration. At the very least, I'd say dinner's a million times better than lunch was. I mean, it's hashed beef day. That's an Imperial Army tradition, isn't it? Ooh, just the smell's making me hungry. Oh yeah, where'd your instructor go? She's a real looker. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to her. She went to see the fortress commander with Instructor Neidhart. She did ask us to eat without her tonight. Alright. Well, if she's with Major Neidhart, hard to compete with those guys from the 4th Armored Division. Be enough if they just had Craig the Red, but they got the Major too, and he's kind of scary. Like a division of muscle men. Anyway, we shouldn't keep you tied up any longer. Your hashed beef's gonna go cold. See you tomorrow, guys. And that is true if you think about it. 4th Armored Division really is a company of manly men. Actually, delicious. Like night and day compared to what we had for lunch. You're telling me. Oh, come on, guys. What's with all the gloomy faces? You think you guys might have had a bit too rosy of an outlook? What were you expecting to see out there? I'm sure you can attest at least a little to how we feel. It's like, has everything we've learned in our time at the Academy been for nothing? Academics, the arts, individual skill in combat. None of those matter in the slightest in real warfare, do they? It's true. If all you're looking to do is fight a war, you don't need any of those. All you need is plenty of troops at your command, the latest weaponry, and overwhelming firepower. Assuming you know the tactics to use them well and the strategy that employs them effectively, I suppose. The Oxens are even more powerful than I was expecting them to be. I remember my mother boasting about their capabilities when she was trying to sell them to the army 2 years ago, but to be honest, I'm feeling somewhat disheartened as well. I can't see there being a place for swords on the battlefield with weapons like those on the front lines. Well, I don't think that means individual combat skill doesn't matter at all. Still, I think maybe we've been misunderstanding something important all this time. What we saw in that military exercise today was power in its purest form. It has no morality of its own. It exists to bring about a result, regardless of the ideals or principles of those who wield it. That's true. In a sense, the same could be said of a sword or gun. And all the way on up to something as huge as Guerrilla's railway guns, too. Creators of the Manway method, that's right. I think I finally understand why they wanted us to watch that military exercise in the first place. They could have taught us in a less roundabout fashion. Well, looks like you didn't wait for me to start the party. Instructor Sarah. It's time for Sarah to have her teacher moment. So you spoke with the commander? Sure did. I've got an up-to-date info on the trade conference, too. As well as the latest on the terrorists. Well, there's new information about the Imperial Liberty Front. Before I get to that, let me explain what you'll be doing tomorrow. In the morning, you're scheduled to participate in the Imperial Army's physical fitness training. Yikes. In the afternoon, you'll be attending a special lecture where I'll bring you up to speed on that info I just mentioned. After that, you've been granted special permission to view the railway guns. I see. Looking forward to that. Sounds like we've got a pretty packed schedule. Well, we did bring you all the way out here, so we might as well make the most of it. Every nation possesses power in the form of a military, whether that military is large or small. Guerrilla Fortress just happens to have that power in a very striking, easy-to-understand form. As students of a military academy, you have an obligation to know the scale of the power the Empire of Erebonia wields at present, a power you might one day be in charge of yourselves. What? Anyway, even a meeting that long couldn't keep me away from trying the famous hashed beef rice. I've heard it's the only decent food they have around here, so I've been looking forward to this all day. We should probably finish eating. Yeah, though it's gotten a bit cold now. Maybe I'll go ask for seconds. Oh, Eustace, if you don't want the rest of yours, can I have it? I'd sooner throw it away than give it to you. Nighttime. Yeah, that should do it. Alright, covers today's quota. I'm looking forward to a nice long bath. You know how every time there's a military exercise coming up, the workload gets pretty crazy like this. Still, at least managing inventory has gotten a lot easier thanks to the Orbital Net. They've got everything hooked up on the network over in Crossbell, right? Wish the Empire would be able to get on that a bit more. Think of the utility. Well, from the sound of it, you need special equipment to send signals through a wired connection to make use of it. And considering the size of the Empire, it's probably going to be quite a while before it's a widespread thing here. Huh? An orb mail? Looks like it's from HQ. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This right here is the problem with the Orbital Net. There's no such thing as off hours when you can just send you orders around the clock. What's going on? So get this, they're planning on doing some extra exercise tomorrow. That means we gotta outfit 20 Oxens with C units by tomorrow. 20! Seriously? Might as well start up another pot of coffee. We're in for an all-nighter for sure. Do we even have that many C units left? Actually, another lot came by freight just this evening. Exactly 20, if you believe it. Guess we'll just have to get it done. That seems sus. Crap. At least let us take a shower. I'm gonna head down to the mess hall and grab some snacks. You want anything? This is where we're gonna stop. Oh, we're on chapter 5 now. Now we're making new saves. Till we get to the end of this. So, tomorrow is when it all goes to hell. As I'm sure anyone could predict, and obviously Shade and I know what's up. So thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. We're getting really close. We're getting close to the end of this. This is, this will be the last section of chapter 5, and then there's chapter 6, and then the final chapter. So, I mean, we're not ending like tomorrow, but we're getting to the end of the first game. So fingers crossed that we haven't screwed up anything. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. My name's been Monos. Hope you all live hard, you live happy, you stay healthy, you stay awesome. And I want to see all of you tomorrow for some more Trails of Cold Steel. Good night, everybody.